Hi, my name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can give winning high stakes speeches, whether it's in a job interview or in a business or sales meeting or in front of a large audience at some event. Today, I want to give you a sales tip. And this is something that has really annoyed me, and I was compelled to record this video. And it's something that you always hear from sales that, if you don't differentiate your product, then you're competing on price. You heard that, right? That if you don't have something that the customer really values, then it gets bloody and you're just competing on who's got the cheapest product. And everybody just buys into that thinking like, yeah, that's true, that's true. So I'm going to just, differentiate. But there's one problem with that. The customers are not stupid. Salespeople always think that the customers are the stupidest people out there. And that is going to hurt your sales career. Customers today are super smart. They know more than you do. And when you use that argument, like, I can charge you more because I have a differentiated offering, the customers are going to look into that to see whether that's even true. They're going to know all this. Before you can actually use that, you got to really compete on the price and then use the differentiation as way to sell rather than the other way around. I'm going to differentiate and then I'm going to rip you off. That's what salespeople always like to think. Like, I'm just going to show them how differentiated we are and then I can charge them a lot because the customers out there are so gullible that they'll just open up their wallet and say, here, I'll write you a check. How much do you want? I don't know about you. That has never happened to me. And I've been in sales for a long time and I don't even sell like that. I think I respect my customers to know that they have information and they may not be telling you. They may be playing you. So I just assume that my customers are smart. And if they're not, I'm going to make them smart. And I'll tell them as much as possible because the main thing is if I want to be a good salesman, then that's not the only time that customer is going to buy from me. I'm going to make money on repeated purchases. That's how I'm going to make money. Not trying to say, I'm going to just differentiate my product so much that you're going to pay 20% more, let's say. And those things may not even be that important. So one of the things I tell people is that don't delude yourself into thinking that because I have something that's differentiated, that differentiated gives you a competitive, it's an extra that helps you sell. If you don't have that extra, you can't sell. But the price cannot be adjusted because of the extra. If the extra is integral part of the product, then make it that. But don't just say, hey, because of these extras, I'm going to be able to charge you more. Don't include it. It's like, for example, if you're buying a car and they're loaded with all kinds of features and saying, I don't know if you remember the old days where you had to pay extra for air conditioning and all that. Now companies don't do that, and most of the cars essentially you buy it as is, and they try to sell you, insurance and all kinds of stuff. You don't pay extra for a lot of stuff anymore in cars. You just buy it, you get it, and that's it. And all the other stuff that they used to try to upsell you, like, oh, you want air conditioning, oh, you want these guards, oh, you want this coating and all that, and then suddenly your price would go up. That's all gone now. If you buy a car, you get that one price and you pay for it. Point here is this idea about differentiation may make you, because you're so close to the product, so you think like, wow, how much do I differentiate so that I can. The customers don't go for that. I, as a customer, would never go for when somebody tries to differentiate. What I would say is that, hey, here's the product, here's the pricing, and here's the pricing. If your differentiation is that good, then I'll buy your product. But it's not because your pricing is higher because of the differentiation. So I want you to think about it, because this is one of those things that you always hear salespeople tell customers. And I always ask them, how do they buy? A lot of the customers that I sell to don't buy like that. They expect your price to be very competitive And then if you got some differentiated offering, then you are the one that they will turn to. And now you're in, you can sell more later on. And that's how you become a successful salesperson and a company. So this concept of like that if you don't have a differentiated offering, then you're competing on a price, I believe it's totally false. It doesn't work anymore. And that's still being perpetuated out there like it's truism, and it's not. Okay, I want to hear what you think, and thank you for watching.